What's up, y'all? What's up, Cage? Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com. I have to say that. In fact, I introduced myself at like kids soccer games. TigerFitness.com. Okay. Ask the Machine Cage Edition, which means that there's going to be some really, if you have any issue with bad language or things that disgust you, like scat porn, things like that, be sure to turn this off right now. Anyway, this comes from, well, Joy Victoria said, by the way, she's a very attractive young lady. Damn entertaining, I shall think of a question so Marc can say my name too. I already said your name, now make me say yours. Anyway, and then LJ, my Greek friend, says, favorite sex positions with wifey. Now, that could come as a question as through Joy Victoria, but since this is the cage, I will answer. Now, when I'm bulking, I don't want to burn excess calories. And also, you know, I might crush a woman at 250 pounds, unless she weighs, of course, 250 pounds. Thus, the only positions for someone bulking are doggy style, and also the woman on top. The reason the woman on top is preferred, if she can get her legs around my fat ass, is that I don't want to burn extra calories. Because what it will do is it will decrease my anabolism, burn those calories that could go towards building muscle. So, if you're bulking, be sure to find a woman who can ride. Next up, let's see. This comes from Mike Benton. Does your wife ever motorboat them titties of yours? Yes, she does. Absolutely. And then Joy comes back and asks, will you do the peck pop of love and shoot M&Ms at the camera for me? While I don't have M&Ms, I can shoot Yohimbine at the camera, but I can do the peck pop of love, just like she's making my heartbeat. See, that's a pickup line. You're going, baby, you make my heartbeat. Just do some of that. Okay, it's enough. You're making myself uncomfortable. Okay, let's see what else is in there. See, there's like 2 pages of this, so somehow I think we got that one taken care of. Now we're going on to the other thread. Okay, how often, this comes from Nick Kearley. How often should I be riding a bike to lose fat? Well, assuming you're talking about actually riding a bike, it's an okay form of cardio. I actually prefer the step mill because it's hard, it etches in glutes, you know, it does target, you're using a lot of ass, bottom line. It's going to burn a lot of calories. It does burn more calories than treadmill and bike. Well, it depends on your cardio. If you've, what I like to do when you're trying to lose fat is either add cardio or decrease calories. So, start at 20 minutes and add in as you reach stick points. And Noah Williams actually has a serious question. Most people say vascularity is determined mainly by genetics, body fat, and how long you've been training for. That's correct. They'll say that arginine is basically useless. I don't disagree with that, but theoretically, would taking arginine and lifting make you more vascular by enlarging your veins from additional blood flow and engorgement than if you were to just lift and not use an arginine product. You know, arginine is a bad example. I mean, there's other things out there, agmatine, which the arginine eventually becomes, glycerol monostearate, you have citrulline malate, things like that that really work better than arginine. Now, arginine has been shown 12 grams and above to actually have some beneficial effects. But here's something I'm going to say. Supplements will help vascularity. However, if you lift, you should increase blood flow enough to see veins. You don't need a pre-workout to be vascular. There are some that will enhance it. The first time, I kid you not, guys, the first time I used Hemavol, it was painful. You know, it hurt. Now it's 2 weeks out, so I shouldn't be getting pumps like that. But I will tell you that certain pre-workouts do work. Arginine, you know what? Its main function, which people might laugh at me for, there is decent data on endogenous GH release, taking me before bed with something like L-Dopa, but that's besides the point. I don't think it's anything too significant to write home about. And even if it does, so what? Is endogenous GH really going to do much? Lane Norton, myself, and probably Alan Aragon will probably say no. So, no. It might help make you a tad bit more vascular, but if you're not already vascular to begin with, based on your genetics, body fat, leanness, amount of muscle, etc., then you know what? It's not going to do much. And then, Christopher Madsen, he explained what DUP was. He asked, what do you think of DUP? Which is undulating periodization for bodybuilding. This was actually, I did read about this before. It's designed by Charles Poliquin back in the day, and basically the goal is to have different reps and workouts in each. So in fact, Monday you do upper, let's say you're doing one thing, Monday you do upper body for 10 to 12 reps, Tuesday lower for 10 to 12, Thursday upper for 6 to 8, Friday lower for 6 to 8 reps. Then next Monday upper for 4 to 6. You get what I'm saying? You're varying reps and varying schemes. So that way you get, that's 2 workout thing. There's also a way to do it with 3 workouts. There's different styles of this. As with all training, I believe it works. It has a place. Is it the only way to train? No. What I would recommend is, is put it into practice and figure out if it works for you. I believe the 5-3-1 by Wendler is a version of undulating periodization. I'm fine with it. I'm a bro split kind of guy, but I have been known to mix in some non-bro training styles. For example, Van and I were just doing more, multi-body part movements, which isn't as much of a bro split as what I'm currently on. I've gotten great results out of bro splits, and bro splits for you guys are like, Monday chest, tries, Tuesday legs, things like that, where you split them up. That's what I've gotten great results from, but yeah, it's great. Edward Blottis. Mark, if someone told you they would shred their balls with shards of broken glass, then slide down a flight of stairs covered in Cetal to have you peck bag their shredded glutes while drinking MTS Whey, what would your reply be? Is this a female or a male? Okay, wait, hold on. Balls with shards of broken glass. I don't know. I don't know. It would probably be, just to get you not to do that, I'll send you a free tub of whey. Ooh, that's very, very, very puzzling that you'd even think of that. Let's see. Oh, Ryan says, is it necessary to supplement Bcaa while on a cutting diet? LJ, my Greek god friend, answers no. I'm going to say, is it necessary? No. Does it help? Absolutely. I think it also helps while on a bulking diet. The study, I talked to Alan even about my study. He's surprised it hasn't gotten published yet. The thing is, Stepani it's sound. It would get published. Stepani just hasn't, done the proper steps to get it published. And ever since I sold my old company, I'm not really on him to publish it. But, you're looking at on a hypercaloric diet, 9 pounds of lean mass gain, 4.5 pounds of fat loss. And look, you guys can disbelieve me all. I was the one who sent the product. It was double blind. I had nothing about what's going on. I didn't tell anybody to fudge any studies. I'll swear on a Bible for that one. You guys probably know I'm decently religious, even though I curse and read these mean, nasty questions. It's a fair study. And the placebo, the actual other 2 groups, there's a whey group who gained 4 pounds lean mass, lost 2 pounds. And then there was the carb group who gained 1 pound lean mass and lost nothing. These were all based on setting their calories. They're all on the standard hypercaloric diet designed by Chuck Rudolph. If you guys need it, you can email me. I'll send you over the study. I sent the text to Alan for everything. It was a good study. From what I've seen, I love branch chains during training. What we found in the study is 14 grams of branch chains during training work. So are they necessary? No. Do they help? I think abso-friggin-lutely. Yes. Then there's some other stuff about, some chat that went on in some other place and all that and blah, 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 blah. Something about Lyle McDonald's. Marc Lobliner, would you recommend this exercise? Okay, I can't really get that because no one can see the video. Okay, going down the list. While we're at it, I'll do some mood music. Okay. From Rodri Mora, how to get to really low body fat, sub 8%, for an endo/no metabolism who's gaining on 2,300 calories. You know what? You just got to diet long and diet smart, and it might suck. You might have to do a ton of cardio. Some people are just not, they're not blessed with that fast metabolism or great genetics, but everybody could get really, really lean and shredded. It just might be harder for some, and that could be you. So, if you're at that low body fat, low body weight, and then sub 8% really isn't that lean. My opinion is you can do it, and the way to do it, there's many different styles. You can read my book, fatlossfactorbook.com. You can hire John Otis Hollywood. You could do a lot of different things. You could hire a lot of different people, look at a lot of different things. You can even intermittent fast for all I care, but there's so many ways as long as you control cardio and increase activity to get to your goals. To say that one is better than the other, that'd be completely stupid, actually. There's no best way, in my opinion. Okay. Anything else? And I think that's it for now. So, if you guys have any further questions, please put it in this thread. But this concludes the current installments of Ask the Machine, the Cage Edition. Thanks for asking, guys, and making me very uncomfortable with answering these things. Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com. Peace out.